multi-ball magic, the stories that it tells. From the classic wooden cabinets to the digital spells, every play's a new adventure. Breaks you from your shells. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the show's about to start. Talking pixels, flippers, and the tech that stole our heart. From the joystick to the headset, come on and play your part. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. A brand new world to start. Now we're strapping on the goggles. Worlds are virtual and bright. Stepping into new dimensions, bathed in neon light. The future's here, it's crystal clear, and everything feels right. Connecting past and present.
Welcome to Hangin' Out. Let's do this.
The night.
Hey. Oh, hang on a second. We got our special guest was on the thing, and I don't have him on the screen. Hey, there's Casey.
There he is, Casey.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, not a lot. Hold on, I
Just
gotta
hanging out.
move you up here.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's okay. You got here just in time. We have a 20-minute intro, so you had plenty of time.
I
Go
worked.
ahead.
I was getting stuff done, and I lost track of time, and I've never really do that. I set alarms like when I'm on a show. I must have thought it was another one of the alarms and turned it off, and all of a sudden I go, oh, cool. I'll watch Poe and Bart, and I go, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be on today. Ran up here.
Yeah.
I was running later than normal, too. We had the power flicker, so all the clocks in the house needed reset and out here and everything else, so I was running around at the last second.
And then I looked at the time. I'm like, well, they're 5 minutes late. They were probably waiting to see if I was going to show up.
Well, don't feel too bad, Casey, because Poe got here with a minute and a half before it was supposed to start. So
And he's running it. It's hot
I
up
was
here.
starting to. I'm pulling out my phone. I'm like, are the guys coming? Is it just hanging out with Offgrid?
I'm flying solo today, you're thinking.
Yeah. But so welcome, Casey. For anyone that doesn't know Casey, where you been? Because Casey's the man when it comes to Intellivision. Those of us that know Casey love watching his show. We all hang out on Monday nights to watch Casey talk all about Intellivision, and then you got your new news segment where you'll talk about some other stuff in the news. But
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. And like I said, it's just going to be for little things like a new game comes out from, one of the big guys, like Champ Games or Opcode or, Audacity Games, something like that. Or the awards are going on. I just want to touch on the big stuff.
Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah.
I've never been in Restream before. I'm like, where's the chat? And then I see the little button. Coming in was a little different. It's the first time I've done that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of the stuff is similar to StreamYard, but a lot of the stuff is different. So
it's familiar enough that I can figure it out. Just takes a second because muscle memory. I'm like click, click, click. I'm like I got to look at it first.
Yeah, I didn't put the comments on the.
Okay, so now I can I see it twice.
Yeah, now you can see that if you don't want to look at the other. But speaking of, let's quick do a rundown. Phil was here first, and a bunch of these I put up while the intro was playing. Kaos is here. Hollywood Polo is here. Code is here from Georgia, USA, as you know, Casey. Or did you know that, Casey, that Code is from
I had no
Georgia?
clue where Code is from.
This guy, I don't know if you've heard of him, Mike's Gaming Gala.
Sounds familiar.
This chick, I don't know. She hangs around. Mike had you in his thoughts. Casey's mom has got it going on.
She's
Who else?
still in her 60s, and I'm in my 50s. That sounds bad, but I'm 50 and she's 16.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Code put here, and you're familiar with this too, Casey, because I've seen you mention it in yours. Bliss said he was first. Phil said he was first, and Code said, "No, I was first 2 days ago." But those don't show up when you're days ago. They don't stay.
That's a YouTube thing because StreamYard does the same thing. I believe it's YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's a YouTube thing. Let's see.
Turn off my phone.
Do.
My wife was laughing at me as my eyes were like this big, and I'm running through that. I'm on the other end, on the other side of the house, and I had to run completely down this way, through the living room, up the stairs, and then back through all the way this way to come around to the game room. I was like,
Yeah, I can imagine. I know how that is. When I run completely through my house, it's nearly 17 feet.
you fall over and you're on the other side.
Right? Yeah.
We used to be that way until this expansion.
Oh no, we just lost a viewer. Casey's your guest. I'm out.
He'll be out. Michelle will be right back. Don't worry.
Yeah. That's the better half anyway.
Much
Yeah.
prettier half.
Derek knows us well. No worries, Casey. The guys are always like 10 to 20 minutes late showing this. You can't even spell late.
I was gonna laugh and say that, but then I know you're gonna read through them, so I just waited.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't even count. Derek can't have a typo when he's dissing us. If you're gonna
Right.
slam someone, you better make sure it makes sense. Freaking Derek. Where's the? Here, I'll put this up so it makes it look like Mike doesn't know what's happening. Where's the on-screen chat? It's right here. It's right over there, Mike. It's on the side of the screen, right next to Poe. Yeah, there's a bunch of chat here.
Oh, Phil.
Oh,
I
they're
expect
wet.
that from MGG.
yeah.
First
Oh man, they're lining up. Oh yeah, I see now. Phil's out too.
You guys haven't seen that playground's ruined. I wear a XXX hat.
Nice. So yeah. Anyway, how you doing, Poe?
Pretty good. Pretty windy here right now, so I'm just waiting for this place to collapse live for everybody's entertainment.
Nice.
Freaking rip off and behind.
Yeah.
Everything's banging around. I wasn't here the other day when it was windy like this, and the door actually just opened itself. Just a wham! I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm catching a break from the wind. It was windy earlier because normally the trailer's popping and all kinds of crap when it gets windy here. But it is hot. I'm down to 85 degrees in here, so it's all right. Yeah.
Nice.
80 in here.
Is it?
I get
Yeah.
68 right here, so perfect.
Yeah.
I can
I
have
was
a
all-
window open and
I
quite a
was all
breeze, but then
excited.
you would hear the road.
I was all excited because they said it was supposed to be cloudy today. So I'm like, at least the trailer won't just bake in the sun. But then at like 3 o'clock, the sun came out and said, "Oh no, you will bake."
Your top isn't insulated, right? I don't see it.
No, it is, but not in here. I lined the roof with when we insulated the house. I took all of the leftover insulation, put it on top, and then sealed that down with plastic. And then I have a hard shell top over that, so that
Okay.
you know, yeah. But
I have
it's
a similar
insulated on the
trailer
outside.
for my pit trailer, and they put it right up there, and then they put I don't know what kind of material it is on the inside over it, so it looks finished inside my race pit trailer.
Nice,
It's a 16-foot, same kind of trailer.
nice. Yeah. Now the walls have no insulation.
It looks like they're finished.
Yeah, it has that plywood, 1/8-inch plywood finish, but there's no insulation between there. So at some point I will do that. I don't know how. I don't want to rip the whole thing apart to put insulation
Right.
behind it. So
And then you got to empty it too.
yeah, and I don't know. Where I'm still fighting. Do I just build a whole new arcade building and make it bigger than 6x12, and then actually insulate it and stuff like that? But yeah, huge dust storm. And looks like Jabba's here.
Hey, John.
Jabba is from over across the pond. Always good to see you. Jabba gives me something to shoot for on my pinball tournaments and stuff, and the new pinball games. Jabba will play, and then I aim for 10% of his score. And if I can get 10% of Jabba's score, I know I'm doing well. He's really good. He's really good. Huge dust storm. See, that's the only thing Kelly will say is huge around here.
I have to open another window if I want to chat.
Megan's here. Good to see you,
Hey, Megan.
And everyone else is pretty much just saying hey and hi and how's it going? Mike's Gaming Gala is going to dinner. He'll be back, so we'll talk all the good stuff now, and we'll save
I was
all the
wondering
crap.
why my mom left. She doesn't usually leave in the afternoon.
Oh, so how's life treating you over there, Casey? Things going well?
Yeah, just same as always, getting older, raising the kids, working a lot, playing hard. I've been going through this room. I've added a bunch of bookshelves. I've added a whole bunch of 9 cube, 3 foot by 3 foot shelving units. I have 9 of those in here. And then I've been kind of going through everything, trying to take my game room back and make it all useful again and be able to get all the purchases off the floor in boxes and actually be able to use them. I'm getting close, maybe another week or so. But that's pretty
you
much
have an amazing
working on that. What'd you say?
I said you have an amazing collection, that's for sure.
I was actually building this room before I started YouTube, and that kind of ruined the plans because I had a lot of cool stuff planned and set up, and then YouTube and collecting harder just took over, and there's only so much time in the day.
Yeah. Casey's collection of games is almost as big as mine. I got nearly 20 games now, and 12 of them Phil sent me. It's like,
You hoarder, you.
yeah, it's pretty brutal, my collection. But
Phil,
percentage
Casey
of
said
square
it's huge.
footage, percentage of the square footage of my house, we might be equal though, because I have a shelf this big, taking up all my games, and you have a house way bigger than mine. So
I don't have it anywhere. We have because we don't get extreme weather besides heat. So I have my shop is fully insulated, and nothing gets ruined out there at all.
Nice.
I have a ton of stuff in big crates out there, and then this room is 430 square feet, but it's got a lot of stuff in it. My dad's all, I hope you brace that really well with all that crap. He says crap you have up there. I'm like, Dad, it's not crap.
yeah, 430 square. That's bigger than my house and the trailer combined. And
But
and
you're
probably,
trying to live off grid.
right. Yeah, we are doing that. So yeah, there is trade-offs.
For all the people like you, there's people like me that help out.
That's right. Yeah, when you were talking the other day about your electric bill,
Oh,
Kelly about fell off the couch for you. She was like, "What did he say?" And I'm like, "I'm not repeating it." And
yeah. So we haven't went through a summer with a house expansion yet. So it's going to go higher because I like my house cool. So the other place, I could run the AC 24/7. It'd be like maybe $325 a month. Out here, being somewhat conservative, and it was still not a very large house. And I'm like, in the summer, it's like 800 and something a month.
ouch.
So it's going to get worse this summer.
Wow. Yeah. That's the beauty of being 100% off-grid solar. I can turn the air conditioner on all I want. It doesn't cost me a penny
It's all
more.
the same.
Yeah,
I looked
so,
into big AC unit because I had it at the other house, but they wanted 73,000 something for the same size I paid $33,000 for like just maybe 5 years before that. I'm like,
Wow.
I'll just pay the bill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, for us, that the equivalent would be the well, because we thought about getting a well when we got out here, and they run between $25,000 and $30,000 to put a well in, or I can just pay the city $40 a month to get all the water I want, and I'm like, I won't live long enough to pay off $30,000 at $40 a month.
I don't have the option.
Yeah, and then it was even better. My next door neighbor, he's a half a mile from here. He put a well in. So now instead of driving into town, I drive over to Greg's house. I'm like, hey, Greg, what are you doing? I'm going to come by and get some water. He's like, all right. But
now that's a different Greg from the show, right?
Right. It's not G. Parker. It would be a long drive to go to Greg's house. That Greg. He lives up in Kansas City. I almost said St. Louis. But,
we have no utilities here. I'm out in the country. I have neighbors. They're not close, but closer than yours. But we have no utilities, no cable, no water, no anything. I had to put all new stuff. This is my grandparents' house. It's 1936 farmhouse, but about 4 years ago, we took it down to studs and complete modern smart home. And now we just got done adding on. And I put a shop where the old milk barn was. I had to do a new well, new septic, asphalt pad. Like it broke me. but the only payment I have is for the add-on, nothing else. And I love being here because it's sentimental. It's where I grew up coming, where my dad and uncle grew up coming. They don't remember anywhere else.
Wow.
So I like being out here and not in town.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and our town is a couple thousand people, and I joke around. We had a guy here. He was working at the hotel for a few months. He came here from New York City, and he only lasted a couple months. He's like, I got to go back to New York. I can't stand this town. And he was talking about there's nothing to do here. So I threw in there. I said, I understand what you're talking about. I can't stand going into town either. There's too many people. And he's like, too many people. I'm like, yeah, we like it where we're at.
Right.
But,
let's see. I think
got
it's top 100 in size, Modesto. That's where I work. So there's plenty of people there.
Yeah.
But it's not like a big city like San Francisco or LA or Portland. I would never live in one of those.
Yeah. I don't even like driving past one of those.
Yeah.
Wait,
I have to go to Portland every year.
Yeah. We got important questions here. What are you drinking tonight?
Uh-oh. Are we supposed to be drinking?
Well, I'm drinking soda.
Oh.
And it's in a McDonald's cup because I had McDonald's at lunch, and then I got home and added some soda to my soda.
Uh-oh. Poe has some secret drink over there.
We have some Gatorade, and we have some coffee. Probably shouldn't be drinking the coffee this late, but it is half cap, so that would be all right.
There you go. And Casey, what are you drinking tonight?
I have water, and whenever I thought it was drinking from a long time ago, went on Chuck's channel, I have a Fireball. That's it. And
Nice.
water.
Nice. And not that I condone drinking in public, but if you take Captain Morgan spiced rum, the original, and mix that with Mountain Dew, it tastes just like cream soda. So if a cop goes up and says, "What are you drinking?" you can say, "Cream soda. You want a sip?" And they'll be like, if they taste it, it tastes just. A buddy of mine told me that, and I'm like, "You're full of shit." And then he mixed one, and he gave me a sip, and I'm like, "You're not full of shit. This tastes exactly like cream soda." But
there's
yeah,
a
let's
few
see.
things like that. You mix a certain few things, and it just tastes like something else.
Yeah. So did you put in the utilities yourself then, Casey?
Well, there was power here, but everything was redone. All new boxes, panels, new well. I didn't do it myself. I had it done, but yes, I had to have it all done.
Nice.
I did all the demo because this was a dairy for decades, and so I demoed, and we did it by hand. The old garage, the stanchions where the cows would come in, where before they'd come in to get milked. Some of it we just couldn't do, it was too big, but we did a lot of it to save money by hand because the overall project was huge. and anywhere I could do it, I did. But I'll tell you what, I paid for it. That was 4 years ago, so I was still 45 years old, working long hours, and come home, do that stuff all weekend. We were doing it. We had to rip out everything. But this whole place, I mean, it was a dairy. There was tons of stuff here. And before the house got started, we had a pump house, all level dirt, and the house, everything else gone. Trees, buildings, everything. It took like a year and a half to do that and get rid of it all.
Wow. Yeah. See, now here, I had to learn how to do a lot of stuff. My first solar panels I bought off of Amazon. I got a couple 100-watt panels and a little charge controller, and then I just started tinkering, and my solar started growing and growing and growing. And of course, I was a contractor in Arizona for a bunch of years. I built houses, and so a lot of the stuff, I had to hire subcontractors, but I knew what they were doing. So all the electrical, plumbing, everything here, I did myself. So
that saves a lot when you can do those things. It saves. At least out here in California, it's expensive to do anything.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, you had some solar before. Is that right, Casey?
Yeah. And I still have like the panels you're talking about. Our motorhome, we have a big enough little thing that we unfold and put up there that if it's a bright sunny day, we can power that thing. It'll keep the batteries charged almost no matter what we're doing.
Nice. Yeah, I used to joke around. We'd be at a campground, and one of the other campers would fire up their generator, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I should do mine too." And I'd turn the solar panels. I had them on little stands, and I just rotate them to follow the sun. Yeah, let me adjust my generator. But I'll tell you one thing though, Kate. Talk about doing it yourself and how much money you can save. There is a solar panel store in Phoenix. South of Phoenix, actually, in a little town called Santan. It's called Santan Solar. I'll drive over there, stay at my mom's house because she lives in Phoenix, and then I'll pick up some solar panels. The last time I went there, I got 250-watt panels for $18 a piece. Wow. Yeah. It's like the first 250-watt panels I bought, I paid $250 for a piece. These I got for $18. We doubled our solar that day. I drove over and bought the amount of solar I had. I bought that much again at $18 a panel. It's like, whoa.
And you have batteries, right?
Yeah, I have batteries out of a Tesla Model S. So I have the battery pack. Those Teslas have 11 battery packs to run your Tesla car. I have 4 of them in my home, and that's what powers my house. So it's all lithium batteries, and switching over from regular, golf cart batteries or whatever you're going to deep cycle batteries to lithium is just such a huge. They're like a vacuum for power. I mean, the lithium batteries are just give me all you can get, and the same exact panels, nothing changed. Same amount of panels I had, it would double the input just because the battery could take it. It's like feed me. And of course, you don't have to worry about, if the batteries go down to, regular lead acid batteries, you get below 75%, 70%, you're damaging the batteries. Yeah. Lithium, you got to get down to almost zero before you damage the things. And so if you have a couple cloudy days and it's chipping away at your battery power, it's no big deal. And then I have a limiter, so if my voltage gets down to a certain point, it'll cut the power off to the house before it drains the batteries completely. But
do you have a generator too?
Yeah, then I'll fire up a generator.
I think generators here in California and like gas lawn mowers and all kinds of stuff you can't even get anymore. But I have 6 generators. We started buying them up. And eventually I have a couple good size ones that I can run. I mean, I'm not going to run the AC, but I can run the well, the lights, and like everything that we have to have. And eventually I just need to get it. Once I get the 400 amp panel, I plan on having it where I can go out and switch it over and switch a generator. Because out here, not all the time, but quite frequently, at least compared to town, we get power outages. So I don't know what it is. The last 3 times the power went out, the wife was in the shower all 3 times and just put soap in her hair.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, I'll tell you, one of the biggest things for going off grid is learning how to budget things like water and power. And, we don't have a standard oven in our house because there's no way I'm going to run an electric oven and stove. Yep. We don't have any gas out here. I could get a propane tank and all that and have it delivered in, but I don't want to do that because you got to refill that propane tank and the sun just refills. So we are 100% electric, and so we can't afford to run a full-size stove. So all of our appliances are countertop appliances, and we are so efficient with our electric and water needs. People would freak out if they knew how little water we use in a month, me and Kelly.
A lot of people wouldn't be able to do it. They would have to acclimate to it. But people that, have trailers and motorhomes, they would be able to do it a little easier because we do the same kind of thing. We don't do it at home, but when we're, not in full hookups, we're the same way whenever we're in the motorhome.
Right.
You can serve. There's lots of ways you can serve and do things.
Yeah. It's kind of like doing that boondock camping. You don't have hookups, and I got a 40-gallon water tank or 80-gallon, whatever, and that's all we have for the time we're here. And we use composting toilets, so we don't have water flushing toilets and all that, and even everything's solar power because even if I heat water on the stove, it's still being powered by the sun to turn on that thing. But we'll use solar power to heat water separate from the regular stuff. But so I don't even have a very big, our generator is only 3,500 watt generator, and I can run our whole house.
Oh, wow.
Because we run very low electric usage and stuff like this trailer. If the batteries are getting too low and it's going to be cloudy for a couple days, I pop a breaker, it kills all the power out here. So none of the vampires are draining and all that stuff. So we started off that way, is just being very frugal with all our stuff. But, I shower every Tuesday whether I need it or not. Yeah. Let's see. I saw some chats up there. I don't know if it was anything. I don't feel as obligated. See, that's what I like about Restream, Casey. We have the chat scrolling on the screen, so I don't feel obligated to have to put everything up because it's already there.
Yeah. I have 3 chat windows open. I have the chat that you click the button. I see the chat that you put on the screen, and then I have YouTube up in case I want to throw a comment.
Nice.
But in the comments, I don't see people. Everything just says Restream. Where you're used to seeing their little, avatar logo or whatever. Everything says R. What's the difference? Because I see Megan. Does that depend on whose chat they're in? Yeah. If you're in, if you're watching on Poe's channel, anyone who chats on my channel, you'll see a bot will resend it to Poe's, and then anyone in Poe that chats, it gets resent to mine. It didn't used to do that. So it would be, it's kind of the same thing. If you're in the Retro Bliss Rewind, if you're in Phil's channel, you can't see the chat from Mike's channel and vice versa. But now when I'm on their channel and I comment, it puts twice.
Yeah.
It'll show up twice, or I see it twice. Other people don't.
Oh, yeah. Because Restream just added that recently where the bot will push it to the other person's channel. Yeah, Megan is on Poe's chat. But see, look at this is the way Poe gets treated. Megan says, I'm on Poe's chat, and Derek responds, oh my gosh, Megan, that's horrible. Because Derek hates Poe. Just yesterday in Poe in the Discord for the show, I'm pretty sure Derek said Poe is the biggest asshole I've ever met. And
that's a term of endearment between Derek and asshole.
He meant tall. Until I saw a video of Poe next to Bliss, I had no idea you were that damn tall.
Yeah. Poe is a pretty big guy.
Bliss gives great hugs.
I'm only 6 foot 220.
Yeah. And then Poe stands next to his son, and then Poe's the short guy.
Yeah.
Well, my son is a hair under 6 foot, and he's 13, so I think he's going to get up there too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My younger boy, he stopped at 5'10 and a half. He makes sure you tell him half. He was so bummed that he didn't make it to 6 foot, and but it's all right. He'll be fine.
The shorter you are, the less your back hurts as you get older.
Yeah. So Kelly's back should be fine until she's 187.
Right. And it's easier to get into and out of cars without whacking your head. I have a Toyota Camry that sits low to the ground, so you got to be careful getting into that car. At the end of the workday, I'm tired, but I still got to pay attention. I'll just slam my head right off of that.
You want to know something funny, Poe? In the rare occasions when Kelly does bump her head on something, she gets excited. She's like, I bumped my head. I bumped my head on something. And the funniest thing ever, if you go to a shopping center or something, somewhere where there's a lot of people, you used to go to the mall or something, all of a sudden Kelly we'd be walking together, and she'd take off across the main walkway of the mall, and she would walk behind someone else that's shorter than her, and she's like, I'm like, would you stop? That lady's husband's going to turn around and punch me. Knock it off. Yeah, she gets all excited if she finds, if she hits her head. But I like it that, that I'm taller and she's shorter, because it helps out. You go to the grocery store or something, and she'll say, hey, can you reach up and grab that off the top shelf? And on the next aisle, I'll say, Kelly, can you reach up and grab that off the bottom shelf for me? And she did it for me.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Poe talking about getting in and out of the cars. That's one thing. I have 2 Corvettes, and the 01 that's been fully modernized. It used to be my daily. I started getting older. I was like, man, getting in and out sucks. It's right on the ground like a race car. I have a Challenger now, and that's like a normal car. I don't have to lay on the ground getting in and out. Yeah, it is a tragedy of getting older, and sports cars are just difficult getting in and out of. Yeah, Kelly likes them when they're low. She doesn't need the ladder, but doesn't have to climb up.
Yeah, she struggles to get in. We have a Trailblazer, 2009 Trailblazer, and she struggles to get up in that. And that's not like a big high 4-wheel drive. It's just and but that's all right. Yeah, the discs in your back compress as you get older. Had lumbar spinal fusion. Got a 1/4 inch taller. Nice.
Wait, I only have one. I'm like, I didn't know he had a Corvette, and then I keep reading. It's parked right next to my Lamborghini.
I thought he was going to go for a Hot Wheels or something.
I have one Corvette before I saw who it was, and then I'm like, he has a Corvette?
Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy used to say the vet, meaning the Chevette, but people didn't even know that.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah. So
I have a 57 Vet, which is the first generation. I inherited it when my uncle passed, and that's the reason I have a love for Corvettes. Since I was 4 years old, we'd go over there, and I'd just drool over that car for years. And he always said someday it'd be mine. He wasn't lying. But the only problem is it's been sitting since 1978 now, and between my collecting habit, RC racing, and having kids at an older age, I'm never going to be able to afford to restore it until I'm retired. Wow.
Still though, that's a sweet car.
Yes, I love that car.
Yeah.
I always see those cars on Marketplace, older cars. But wow, that would be so awesome to buy that and restore it. But I know me, I would buy it and it would sit there rusting away in my yard, and I'd get yelled at. I'd have to probably pay somebody to restore the thing. There's no time. So.
Yep.
No,
you would have to do nothing else. It's a money pit, a time pit. I can't do it right now.
Oh, it would be sitting on the floor right beside your chair, so you could pick it up.
I could hold up a piece of it for you.
Put your monitor in front of the window, and you can do a racing sim.
There you go. There you go. Wow. Hey, wait, racing sim. Now you're almost talking about gaming.
Gaming. What's that?
What's that? Yeah.
I'm hoping I have room. I have 2 setups where not the kind that move, but I have everything else: the force feedback, wheels, pedals, stick shift. The racing seat and where it holds the monitor and the little knocker that does the.
We love knockers on this show.
I think in here.
This show is all about knockers.
Nice knockers.
Yeah. See, I wish I had that kind of room, because I don't, and obviously, but and I don't know, Casey, if you're familiar with the layout of my big trailer here. Whoa, that's the wrong way.
Whoa, stream close up.
Here's my drive. When I'm driving, I'm right here. Got my wheel, my shifters right here, pedal, but they're permanently mounted on the desk, because then when I rotate this way, this is my live stream and my flight sim. So I got the monitor up here, and all my flight gear is mounted on this desk, so I can just.
And based on the door, I would say that's the end of the trailer, the front of the trailer.
Yeah, this is the front. So
right there, you're at the front.
The point. The
you
TV
got the.
Yeah, I got that pointed front end. So the desk is custom built to fit into the point, and the monitor kind of straddles it, and then all the arcade stuff is on that side of the pinball machine. But I got junk out here now. There's cardboard boxes and stuff, because all of us apparently everybody's ordering those mini pinballs.
Casey, you got to get in on this, because I know you like
pinball?
to get.
Yeah,
the micro.
The Act Games mini pinball machine. It's normally like $500 or $600. They're on sale right now from Act Games for $250.
That's not bad.
Jabba
You can do it, Casey. It comes with 50 games built in.
Yeah, 50 built-in games. If you look at it that way, you're paying $5 a table, and you get the machine for free.
This is the bad thing. But Jabba brought it up on your and Greg's show, and then you could see you guys, your eyes were lighting up. And then I got messages from both you and Greg, like after your show, that you each got one. And I told both of you the same thing. I just had to pay all that money to get my car fixed after I hit that pothole. I'm not going to do it. No. And then the next day I ordered one. So, and then Derek said he ordered one as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What, they got like a 15.5-inch screen in it.
Yeah.
Back glass and all that, all the buttons and stuff. So mine will be sitting over here, but
I'll have to look that up, because I have horrible self-control. I don't know if you guys know that.
And then you can connect your laptop or PC or whatever and play the Zen cables, right?
Yeah.
I still want to get Medic Quest 3. I have it all there. I just need to make sure I've got everything you guys have, and get going and playing on that, the mini golf, and I want to try the pinball. I've seen you guys do it. I've seen Metal Torso. Casey has a micro.
Yeah, and the matter of fact, there was just a new course on Walkabout Mini Golf came out Thursday of this week.
Okay.
Hollywood. It's like it's pretty neat course. You could watch the video I made of it, except I had turned off the microphone, so I got no audio throughout the whole. Normally, I'll just do a couple holes. Kelly and I will play a couple holes in the front 9, a couple holes on the back 9. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do the whole front 9, and then I'll do a separate video of the whole back 9. And I have no audio on either one. So it's like,
I did a video one time like that with that bowling on the Quest 2. And I had another friend that's local I used to work with. Found out he had a Quest 2. I'm like, let's bowl together. I said, I'm going to record this for my channel. Well, I didn't realize till I went to play it back, and I was going to put it up on my channel, but I was the only one you could hear in the thing. So it didn't sound right. You just hear me laughing at nothing and then saying stuff and answering questions. And I'm like, okay, that's scrap. Forget it.
Now, it recorded Kelly's voice, but it didn't record any of mine. And of course, I talk way more than she does, and I'll be saying, oh, on this whole whatever. But there's a lot of times where I must have asked her something, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, that would be neat." And you're like, "What?" What? Yeah. So I could voice over and just make up lines for the whole thing, make it sound like she doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, but you do need. Derek said he's thinking about getting that Vibs board for the micro too, because then you can plug into your PC or whatever and have the back glass work and the play field.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to have it because I'm pretty sure this will be the only time. I've wanted a table for a long time, and this is probably it. The price was right, and it's going to fit just fine down in my game room. It's small enough, so yeah, I'd like to get that big board, but it's out of stock. The legs are out of stock.
Yeah, I'm just going to build a shelf and hang it on the wall. That's how
That's a good idea. And it's not bad the way they have it. You can just put it on top of a table or a counter or something, you know.
Yeah.
Are there different versions of that, or the Legends Pinball Micro 50 built-in licensed games, and it has like a bunch of games artwork around the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are no other. You can't be like, I want the Elvira version. It's all the same body.
It looks like they used to have different artwork. That must have been what they had a Taito one or something. I think it's the same games, but the one whole side was nothing but Space Invaders, and the other side was and not. I think the only one right now that they're showing is that one there that has like a bunch of games shown on each side.
I think the one I'm looking at on Amazon, Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, a few different games you can see. That thing looks pretty cool.
Is that $2.99 still on Amazon?
$2.99, 50% off.
Yeah,
it's 58% off. You go right to At Games.
Yeah, if you go to At Games directly, they have them for $2.49.
Is that free shipping?
Here. Free shipping.
Free shipping. Yep.
And mine
Metal Torso.
Mine actually shipped.
Here.
I think the next day it actually went out, or it went fairly quick.
Yeah, they shipped them fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not here yet, but they at least created the label and took it to FedEx or wherever to send it
got dropped off to FedEx. Now it's in their hands. Yeah, Derek does. He has that 4K still. Hey, the Creeper's here.
Hey, Creep.
How's it going, Creep?
It's, Retro Creep, the YouTuber formerly known as the Atari Creep. Well, a couple times actually, when I was sitting in his chat, he accidentally messed up and said Atari Creep.
Yeah. Well, see, I never really knew Creeper until recently, so I never went. I had never been to his channel when he was the Atari Creep. But now I try to catch it. Well, before he got his job and he was going every day at like 1:00, I jump in there every day. But
work gets in the way.
Yeah, sometimes I hate it when life gets in the way of gaming and doing stuff.
That's the problem with my work. Like, unless it's during my lunch or my break, you can't hear anything out on the floor anyway, even if you have video going. So,
yeah, Jabba said that micro is $620 in the UK.
Woo.
But Jabba told us about it being on sale, and a bunch of us have bought it now. So, Jabba, you are the man.
Yeah, definitely.
But
my wife hates him because it's about to be on the way.
One of these. It's a great price. I mean,
and we don't have anything like we have all kinds of arcade stuff, console stuff, VR units, all kinds of oddball gaming stuff. We have nothing set up for pinball.
Yeah.
Besides being able to play them, on consoles, and then in VR we can play it, but like no machines for pinball.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny when I can zoom this back in. Nobody needs to see my PC screen over there with all my icons. You'll see Kelly's Pornhub links. But when I first built this pinball machine here, it took me, like hours to get Kelly to even step up to it. And I'm like, come on, let's just play a game. And then she's like, fine, I'll play a game. And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, can I play again? And she's like, you'll get your turn, bald man. Step to the back. And she will go into cities now. We're traveling, and she'll pull up and say, hey, they got a pinball arcade over here. And I'm like, cool, let's go. Let's go play some pinball. But
there was a time I used to see him. I wanted to build one. This was years and years ago, but you'd use the widescreen for the base and then a regular size monitor at the top, and I think you bought like the empty cabinet, and then you just kind of put it all together. And I just never got around to it.
No.
Somewhere I actually have a whole bunch of tables. I should. I haven't seen them in years, but
yeah, for like VPX.
I don't even remember what the heck it was. Maybe if I hear it.
How long ago was this?
Oh man, it's been a while. I lose track of that time too. It's well over 10 years, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But because this thing I have running right through my PC, so I can run VPX tables, and there are thousands of those, and they're all free. But I have Pinball FX on there, Pinball M, Pinball Arcade, anything you can buy pinball, I have on that. And then we play the VR and stuff in the house. And but this project started because I had a PC that I wasn't using, and I had a 32-inch TV that I wasn't using, and I had a 17-inch 4.3 monitor that I wasn't using. So I went and bought a chunk of plywood and made a pinball machine. It's like,
yeah, that's even better when you don't have to buy everything.
Yeah, the only thing I purchased was the plywood and the button. I bought a new button set, and the get behind me, bald man. That is what Casey's mom said. She wasn't supposed to tell people that though. I was
listening to you when I was trying to keep up with chat, and then I seen Mike.
Right. But so I did buy a new set of buttons and a little, what do they call those controller, the encoder chip? Because I found one on eBay or something for like $20 for the chip and all the buttons that I could use for that. But so it was relatively cheap when I bought it, or when I built it. So and then Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior, he sent me this Robotron tin thing because I never painted any artwork on the side. And then I said, oh, I'm going to buy a bunch of those tin things of different arcade games and just tack them on the side. But that's what I did. So, but I did order one of these micro pinball because it's cool. And I had bought some tables for my At Games Legend Gamer Pro or whatever they call it. And it has a little puck, you hook it to your TV. But then I don't have anywhere to hook that up unless I were to put it in the living room, and it takes up too much space. So now it just sits in here. And I contacted At Games and I said, hey, I got these things on that puck. Am I going to be able to put them on the table? And they said, yeah, we put them back in your library. So when I get the table, I can just go into the library and download them onto the table. So I'll get all those ones. Yeah, zero delay encoder board. Yeah, and then I use that joy to key thing. So that's
and the micro has nudge buttons, but I think they said you can also just nudge the thing. So I watched a few videos.
Oh, does it have an accelerometer in it?
I think one guy said that it did. Now, I watched like 3 or 4 different videos from people when the thing first came out. So
yeah,
I didn't hear the other guys mention that, but one guy did. So, but you have your nudge buttons on the sides and one on the front too.
Yeah, I have the green button is the flipper button, and the black button here is the nudge. And I had an accelerometer in here, but VPX will use it on those tables, but Pinball FX and Pinball M and all those, they won't use that. So when I tore it down at that one point, because I was trying to rearrange everything, I just never hooked it back up. Because I'm like, I'm playing 99% of the time, I'll just use the buttons.
Well, that's another thing I saw. Like the order you have your buttons in is the way that I would want it. And it seems like this micro has it different. Like they have the flippers further out and then the nudge.
Oh,
Somebody said in the programming you can reverse those. So
yeah.
I think that's the first thing I'll be doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it seems like you would accidentally hit that nudge when you're trying to hit the flippers.
Yeah, unless they figured because the body of the thing is small, so a normal size set of hands the closer buttons might be too close and it'd feel weird.
Yeah.
This is the same move I use when Mike's mom comes over.
Flipper action.
Flipper action. Use the plunger.
Flipper and dipper.
Flipper and dipper. Yeah.
That reminds me of a game. I can't think of it though.
That's a good one though, Flipper and Dipper. You got to remember that for next time people are throwing up the 30 different variations of beat 'em and eat 'em that you could think of. Flipper and Dipper.
I think Mike's favorite that I did, this was long when we first started doing them, but I had shower them and devour them, and he loved that one. So
Nice. That is good. That is good. Oh, so what else? What do we want to talk about here? Oh, did you want to talk about the challenge?
the
Is that
challenge.
over?
Sure. Sure.
Well, it kind of got extended though, Casey. Did you see on the Intellivision Facebook group thing?
Yeah,
it's
River
River
Raid.
So you can play that one and then just put it into our Discord, and then I'll put your score above Mike's.
I'll be honest, when I put up the Intellivision one, my first thought was, well, Casey will play. So
I was trying. I've been working every day, gone when I'm
Right.
not. I was only home like 10 minutes before the show. Like I knew I had to be here, and I had an alarm set, and then I did the whoa when I see pose on. I panicked. I panicked worse than I'd panic if I did that to my own show.
Ah,
I'm someone that's never late, almost never forgets anything. And then I'm sitting there looking at that starting, and then it dawns on me, and I'm like, oh no.
Solo has an important question, Casey. Have you played the NES ROM hack of Custard's Revenge? It's epic.
I haven't. I have about
It's
10 to 12 NES homebrews and about 500 originals, but I've never played that one. I don't even know if it's a real game or if he's...
This whole trailer is shaking. We're getting hit by some kind of, I don't know if a dust
I
devil
hear it.
just went by. Let's see. Bliss says he's pretty excited right now because he's configured some games on his Atari Dual Flight Stick with trackball. Nice. New image for Raspberry Pi 5. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Except this challenge was a one and done. That's right. That's right. But we got another challenge coming up. And I don't have the, oh, I could pull it up on my phone. But I think we all know of the four of us that played the Intellivision River Raid. Mike had a really good score. Mike's Gaming Gala.
Yes.
And 18,180. Poe was in second at 7,850. I think you can add the rest of us up and try to get to Mike's score. Because you had 7.8, I had 4.3, and Derek got a participation trophy.
Now, what controllers did you guys use? Because I know Mike didn't use an Intellivision controller.
Well, I played on the Sprint. You know that.
That's where I played too. Sprint.
So
What
that's
did
my
Poe
only
have?
option.
You got to deduct 12,000 points off Mike since he used an Xbox controller.
Oh. Yeah.
Where did that
sounds-
leave it?
That sounds legit. So he's in second still. He's still higher than me. Nice try, though. I appreciate the effort, Casey, but he's still higher than me.
If it would have been a comment, I would have did it where it was like 1 point below Poe, but I couldn't
Mike's
think that fast on the fly.
Challenge should be beat 'em and eat 'em. All our moms would win. Oh, OG controller.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
You see if you can.
oh, what do we got? What do we got? Let's make it bigger. I tried to make it bigger. It didn't make it
pinball
bigger. Oh, so you ordered
on
one.
the way.
Nice. I don't know why it didn't make your screen bigger. I clicked the little icon.
That was as big as it gets.
A day late, a dollar short. Yeah,
All it was the receipt.
Oh, nice. I was trying to zoom in, see if your credit card number was on there.
Well, I made sure of that.
Because I can't.
Or my order number, for that matter. Mike would call up and be like, yeah, I'd like to cancel my order.
Poe's changed his credit card now. I can't keep using it. We were supposed to get G. Parker's, but he's stingy with his. But we do have a new challenge for this week that will start. We'll run a couple weeks and see if we can get 5 or more people this time. Should I
Something
just
totally new and fresh, huh?
new and fresh? We have a 8-minute video. You gonna be able to stick around for this video, Casey? It's exciting stuff.
I'm good for a while.
Okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind here in Restream, your microphone doesn't get muted when I play this video. So if you want to be like, "Oh, you suck," you can say it, and everyone will know. And then you'll see my gameplay and say, "Never mind, Poe. Now we see what sucking really is."
I did suck at it.
You can manually unmute your mute. I just never do.
Oh, yeah. This one defaults to your microphone stays on. So I might mute mine this time, though, because my trailer's popping like crazy. Poe's wind made it down here. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Another reason you might want to mute that microphone.
All right.
Those wind all the way down there. Woo.
Yeah. I'm going to play this video. Here we go. Be prepared for a shock on this game choice.
Let's go! Bring it! Challenge accepted!
All right, we're gonna do another challenge. Now, we did. Let me see if I can pull that up. River Raid for the Intellivision, and there were some people. I think it was Andy Arthur and MeganTron, maybe a few other people that said that they wanted to play River Raid for the 2600 in a challenge. So let's do that. Let's do that for the next couple of weeks, I guess, and we'll see how it goes. Put your scores in over at the Discord under the console chat. And the way we're playing this one is it's going to be game 1 on game 2. Game 2 is a 2-player game. Game 1, difficulty switch A. That's the straight shots. Difficulty B is like the steering the missiles or whatever. We're not doing that. The straight shots. So difficulty A, game 1, River Raid Atari 2600. This will go for a couple weeks. I'm not sure exactly how we're doing this right now, so Offgrid and myself, we're doing the play it once, record it, or take a picture and see how you do. So that's the way we're doing it right now. If we decide that we're going to do a play it for, as many times as you want, like we used to, in 2 weeks' time, we'll let you know in the Discord. But right now, yeah, we're playing it's a one and done. So if you played it yesterday, if you haven't played it since the 80s, whatever, put it in, play it, and that's it. One shot for now. Let's go. Let's see how I do at this challenge. It's been a little bit since I played it, but it hasn't been 30, 40 years. No. River Raid Atari 2600. That was close already. Missed him. I know I passed up a lot of points there, but I thought for sure I was going to get smushed. Uh-oh. I needed that fuel. That's okay, see, I didn't need it anymore. No! Same mistake. Is it getting hot in here or is it just me? Pretty hot and stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Baby steps. I need fuel. There it is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it was going to be one or the other. 7,370. 7,300. I don't think that was bad for a first run in quite a long time since I played this anyway. But hey, throw your scores up. I'm sure you'll whoop me at it. So yeah, and also we maybe switch up the rules this time. I don't know. Said Bart and I were originally going to just do a one and done, but maybe we'll just play as many times as we want like we used to. Let us know what you think is the better idea. All right, guys, back to the show.
All right, here we go. River Raid Atari 2600. I'm playing on the emulator on the Raspberry Pi, so I'm using an Xbox controller. I don't know if that's cheating. And Poe said difficulty 1, game 1, or difficulty A, game 1. I think that's what I'm on. I don't know how to tell what difficulty I'm on. But I think it defaults to that. So I'm going to hit start and see what happens here. So here we go. I've never played this on the 2600. So, fun times. I mean, I know enough to not crash into stuff. Maybe I do need fuel every once in a while. I'm just getting the tail. Oh no! Whoa! I was so amazed that I made it past the first one that I ran into the second one. Ah! Oh, I did it again. Same exact helicopter. This is not looking good for me. I'm going to go this way this time because the other way keeps killing me. Keeps making me dead. Oh, I crashed into the wall. Like an idiot. Get away from me. I'm not a good enough pilot for all that stuff. Oh, I was trying to time it so I could shoot. Well, there you go. First time I ever played 4,130. I'm sure Poe beat that. I don't know yet. You will have known because I'm putting this at the end of his video. So, there you go. One and done. Never played it before on the Atari 2600. So, alright. See, I'm sure I'll be at the bottom. So, let's get back to the show.
Nice.
You're muted still.
Shh, don't tell them.
Yeah, it's much better. See, that's no fair because after the fact, somewhere it's up here a long ways. I see where Mike said in there the Xbox controller is not good for this game. Here it is. Doesn't, and I played with that, so I should get a 10,000 bonus because I used an Xbox controller.
Oh, that
Mike
CX40 Plus, man, that's a tough play with that thing too, because it's a stiff joystick.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the way I have the Raspberry Pi set up, I can use the CX40 Plus as the second player controller, but I would have to redo all the controls to make it player one. So I said, I'll just play it because, the way we prepare for our show well ahead of time. Poe sent me his video last night when I was in bed 4 hours already. And then I get up at 4 a.m. and go to work. So I got home from work and then had to play my part and then put the video together and and upload it. So, that is my one and done. I played first time I'd ever played Atari 2600 River Raid. I'd never played it as a kid even. And,
how did you never play that?
I never had an Atari.
I had Intellivision, but literally I think every friend that had a 2600 had that game.
Yeah, I didn't have many friends.
I never played it on Intellivision until after I found eBay. I just didn't have that game, but I played it everywhere on the 2600 at friends' houses.
Yeah, I had never played it, and then after that poor performance I did, I'm like, I don't know what Poe got, but it's got to be higher than 4,100.
Not much.
So I played two more games, but my first game was the best. I got worse.
That should never happen.
Yeah. Well, and then now let me ask you this, because it could be cheating, and I don't know much about, I just got my first Atari ever when they had that Black Friday sale, right? I don't have much Atari, but on the emulator, yeah, I got a 7800 plus for $50, and but on the emulator, when I downloaded when I paid for some big ROM list of all the classic Atari games, because I certainly didn't just download it off the bay or something. But there's three different. One of them is River Raid 2. That one was clear to me when I started. But there was another one. It's called River something. I don't know. It was abbreviated. And that one looked like as soon as I started, you were all automatically in the one where the bullets were steering with me. And then the other one said River Raid 16K version. What's that?
Huh. I haven't played any of those. Maybe Poe knows.
Because I didn't have one I don't have one that just says River Raid. But it was in a pack with all the, normal Atari 2600 games.
Yours looked right to me, and it's not like you had any kind of cheat mode on, obviously.
Yeah, I certainly didn't have an advantage, but I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, what the heck? I was expecting it would just be called River Raid, but
so I remember seeing that kind of stuff. I have a Hyperkin, the 2600, and I bought the same thing. Like, it comes with there's like thousands of games, all the originals, and then there's hacks of everything. And I remember seeing you would see all these different names, and I don't know. I'm guessing they're just hacks.
Yeah,
hacks and numbers.
Poe isn't used to having his joystick stiff, and so is the challenge one and done. That's what Poe and I are doing. We're playing it, and for anyone that doesn't know how we're doing this, Poe plays, and so far he's been picking them, and he'll just say, "Hey, how about we do this?" And I'll say, "That sounds cool. We'll do that." And he'll play and send me his video of him playing, and then I play and record it, and then I just download his video and go into my editing software and put mine at the end of his.
Together.
And the only thing I do other than that is if the volume levels look out of sync, I'll raise my volume and lower his or whatever I need to do. And I did the little fade in and outs between the two, so it wasn't just a cut.
You just slap yours behind Poe's and link them up?
Just slap right behind Poe's mom and link her. I mean, yeah, just giddy up, get on in there. But so I don't watch Poe's video before, and he doesn't get to see my video until we're live. So
afterwards.
Yeah, when we just watched it now, that's the first time Poe saw my gameplay. And it's the first time I watched all of Poe's gameplay too. I'll download it, make sure that the file plays, and import it into the editing software. So we don't get to see each other's gameplay until it's live on the show. So, and I think we both just always assume that the other one's going to do better. And so far, I've been right twice, and Poe's been wrong both times. He keeps beating me. Even on the Intellivision version, he beat me. I don't mind that he beat me on Atari because Poe knows Atari. He's been playing Atari forever. But I was pathetic in the Intellivision. I was actually about the same. I think my Intellivision score was right around that same.
Yeah, I think I was close to my Intellivision score too.
One and done is hard, especially like you. You haven't played the game before. You need one game just to kind of see how everything moves. So one and done's not easy unless you know the game well.
Right. It is.
But it is something different. Yeah. I mean, you don't see many people do it that way when they do challenges. So that's different.
True because, I mean, you got among friends, it's one thing, but when you do that, like in a Facebook group, people don't care. They're going to cheat.
Oh, they'll cheat.
I played 50 times. I'm going to say it was my first game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I just figure we're all just friends, just hanging out. Yeah. I mean, geez, this challenge is for a show that's called Hanging Out. So
I have a hard time playing one game, so I don't think anyone will ever think that I played 50.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of, and I never understood why people feel the need to do that. It's like, It's all just bragging rights. It's just amongst friends for fun. And, sometimes when we would play the pinball tournaments, I felt like I had a little bit of a leg up because I played more pinball than some of the other guys that were playing, and I have an easier time in the pinball tournament. But if it was a table Poe never played and he posted a score that was better than mine, I would be like, Jesus, Kelly, look at the score Poe threw up. He was on fire. I'm stoked that he beat me, and other people will act like, yeah, I get it. I want to win. But if you beat me, good for you. We're just having fun.
Right. Yep. Mike, you can still be one and done. No one says you have to play more than once.
Right.
I mean, the other way, where you play as many times as you want, I mean, that's fun too, because you'll see the listings on our Discord, and then somebody's going to be like, well, damn it, he just beat me. I'm going to go back and play another 17 hours to try to beat him.
Right. Yeah, sometimes those are fun when you see the leapfrogging going on.
I did that with Mike and Frogger once, and
yeah.
It consumed me. I played the whole time, then finally I'm like, "Whoa, he can have it."
Yeah. See, now those Intellivision contests, the weekly thing that you put the scores up all the time for Facebook. Some of those that I'm putting up, those are one and dones because I just don't have time. I'll just log in and play one.
A lot of mine are too. Sunday night, like East Coast, it's after midnight. And I'm like, crap, I didn't play again. One quick game. Oh well, I'm putting it down.
Yeah, I think that what's it called? The one where you're the penguin ice skating around.
Thin Ice.
Thin Ice. That was 3. I played 3 times, and that's probably the one I played the most for the contest.
You taught me how to play that.
Right. Yeah.
You read the manual.
I'm like telling Casey, and suddenly he passes my score. I'm like, wait, hold on here. But I kind of do that though. If people get into our pinball challenges, I'll record my pinball game, which we don't require that, especially if you're playing Pinball FX. It tracks the scores for us. But I'll record it, and while I'm playing, I will give all the tips I know about the table. Hey, you want to hit it up this ramp 3 times? That'll get you 50,000 points. If you go over here, So I'm telling everybody how to beat me, and so I don't care. So, yeah, there's no prize. What could possibly be the motivation to cheat? Yeah. Kelly and I used to play a game online. I think it might have been a Facebook game. It was a pirate game. really fun
Pirate,
game.
you say?
You go around and be pirating and doing all this stuff, and alliances would form, and somehow this random people online were playing this game, and they voted me like the leader of our guild or whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, why are you guys saying I'm the leader? Why are you all asking me what we're going to do? We're just 7 or 8 of us, and but we were having a blast. And then the hacks came out, the cheat codes, and people would take the smallest boat that you get, the first little rowboat, and they put one cannon on it and do a cheat code, and it would just sink your ship in one shot. And then they're bragging about how good they play. It's like, you're not good, you're cheating. It's like,
I wouldn't waste my time doing that.
yeah, everybody quit. All the people that used to play and had a great time, we all left the game. And about 2 or 3 months after that, the game just shut down because there were no players anymore. But it's like,
Who wants to waste their time with that?
yeah, you're doing a cheat. It's like an NFL team being all bragging because they beat a Pop Warner football team of 8-year-olds. And it's like, well, yeah, you're bigger and faster and stronger, and you should win. You're cheating by playing kids. But that was such fun. Never cheated anything. Yeah.
A lot
I
is just motivation to do better next time.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't feel good if you cheated. I don't know how. Well, some people, maybe they do. I don't know how though, but cheaters never win. That's true. So anyway, that's our big challenge this week. A new unheard of game, River Raid.
Great. Well, you've all seen my regular videos too. I mean, what you see is what you get. I always say, especially I'm playing something new on the PS5 or playing something on the NES that I haven't played in years. If I'm doing a video on it, I don't have time to record a million times. So
right,
you're just going to get whatever it is. But now people that do reviews, I understand them playing a few times in order to show people other levels further down the road. So.
People like watching people struggle playing games, though. It's like when I watch TJ and he's like flipping out and cussing and screaming at it. It's like, man, that's entertaining stuff.
Yeah, is true.
If you get on a video and watch Mike and he's playing perfect and really high scored, it's like versus a guy that's struggling and dying on easy. It makes you feel good, and then he's cussing and yelling at the game. It's like, I love that. Once in a while, though, you see Mike. He's like, can you see cuss words in his head, but they don't come out?
Mike, that's not cheating if you're paying for it. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I tell people all the time in my videos, if you came here for good gameplay, you're at the wrong channel. If you come here to watch
your own gameplay, you're at the right channel.
Yeah. You want to feel much better about yourself. See an old guy with no hair who cusses at his monitor. You're at the right place. Yeah, Megan says that her first game is always the best, so I don't want to play it over and over. That is frustrating when you play multiple times in a row and you just keep getting worse. And you're like, I should have quit. I should have just quit at the first one. Hey, TV's Hasselhoff is here.
Hey, Hasselhoff. How's it going?
The Hoff.
He's been in a lot of chats again recently. It's been good to see him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome to Hanging Out with Poe and Offgrid and special guest, Casey. The Intellivision Gamer.
I've been looking forward to this. Having Casey on. Casey, the go-to every Monday night. So Mondays suck, Well, if Monday is your Monday and not your Saturday like it is for Mark. But getting up Monday and going in there and having to deal with all the guys at work. And then like partway through, I'll be like, wait a minute, it's Monday. Casey's on tonight. So there's that. And I'll probably be staying up extra late and also buying something whenever I'm watching Casey. So
yeah,
I do that a lot myself. Watching something, oh, I want that. It's like, I got to stop watching channels, man. It's
last week's was bad because I ordered the physical copy of Beat 'em and Eat 'em for the Intellivision and OG Hugo's USB adapter. Like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even
we
want
And
to.
then I watched Bart, and I ordered a pinball machine. So
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kelly and I try to, because Monday's our Saturday, so because we work the weekend. But if we want to watch a movie, we got to watch it in the afternoon because now Pierre goes on before Casey's show. So we'll watch Pierre, then we'll watch Casey's show, and then Tuesday
That's
night.
like 10 hours straight.
Yeah, it's Tuesday night's taken up because now Retro Bliss Rewind with Pierre beforehand, and so we always watch those. And then on Wednesday night, G Parker's on with some chucklehead talking about pinball. So I'll do that. Jabba had a first play on River Raid, only got 5,600. Was playing on the keyboard though.
It's not a bad game for the keyboard though.
Yeah, that's good. You beat me, so what am I going to say? Yeah.
They asked me what my favorite pizza was, and I mean, it sounds funny and all, but all meat with white sauce.
Oh. Sometimes they write themselves.
I'm like, I don't even want to type this, but it's true.
with little Vienna sausages all over the top of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah. The Vienna sausages always make me think. There was an old guy who worked at the grocery store up in Arkansas when I lived up there, and he'd get a can of those for lunch almost every day. And he was in his 70s, and he'd go walking by my office, and he'd go, "Got my monkey dicks, gonna eat lunch." So then I'd go get me a big old sausage, and I mean, I'm having a horse cock sandwich. Yeah. He had retired 3 times, and we figured it out. He was just doing it for the pizza party. He'd retire, and then he'd come back to work a month later, and then 3 months after that, he'd retire again. We'd have another pizza party, and then he'd come back. But then when he finally did quit for real, less than a year later, he died. We figure it was because his wife had died a few years prior, so work was giving him something to do besides rattle around the house. And
it's not good to just sit at home, especially if you don't have hobbies.
Yeah. Tell you, it was a sad story, but it was kind of uplifting in the same way. When we worked at that campground up in Colorado, a guy came in and he had a classic camper that was all cherried out. He refurbished it, and he said him and his wife were refurbishing this trailer together so that they could travel and retirement and all that. And then she suddenly got sick and died. And he finished the trailer and he's traveling. He said, this was our plan. This is what we were going to do. And I'm doing it, with her in spirit. And you're like, man, that's sad, but it's cool that he's doing it. But you just feel for the dude. But yeah.
Continuing on with the plans that they made together, honoring her pretty much.
Yeah. And that trailer was phenomenal. It was like a 1960s camper, and other than the style and stuff, it looked brand new because he just cherried it out. And it's like, wow, you did a phenomenal job with this thing. But yeah, amazing. Pierre has to play the Pinball FX Goat Simulator. Yeah, you got to play. I haven't played it yet. I'm going to play mine tomorrow. So if you wait till after tomorrow, I'll have tips on what to do. But I suck at that table, so they might not be worth following. So
I can play River Raid now because I watch yours and I know what not to do.
You know what to avoid. Well, I love it when River Raid, and I did the same thing on the Intellivision at one point where I hit the same exact freaking helicopter twice in a row. It's like you fly into it, it resets you, you fly into the same thing. You're like, really?
Yeah, I actually played in the pinball tournament finally it's been forever. But I had a few minutes yesterday, and I did a terrible job at it. But I'm in. Actually, it'd been so long since I played Pinball FX, I had updates and all kind of crap to go through before I could even start.
Yeah. Yeah. Casey says, yeah, then you have to do the dishes myself.
No, that's not what I said.
Paper plates.
Yeah.
You read that
This
wrong.
is and myself. I see what you big difference. Leaving out that and changes the whole sentence. Yeah. That's hilarious. So do you play much pinball, or did you play much pinball in the past, Casey, or was it just kind of a
when I started going to arcades, they were still there, but I was born in 75, so by the time I started hitting those, pinballs were already kind of on the way out. You had your diehards that were always over there, and I would play them now and then, and I had a few friends that I didn't go see very often. They had pinball. Those are parents, and so I liked it. I play it, but I never really was a serious player or had access to it all the time. But I always would go every now and then and play. I grew up bowling. They always had a few pinball machines there at the little mini arcade. So I would play it like just now and then. But I do like it.
nice?
I really want to try VR. Between watching all you guys do the VR and Torso playing the tables, I'm like, that looks like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I actually bought one of them. I don't even remember which one, but I bought it at work and it did the download thing, but I haven't stuck on the headset yet.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game playing in VR. It's amazing the difference. And Poe and I have both done the deal where with the Quest 3, yeah, you have a Quest 3, right? And a Quest 2. But you do that mixed reality, and you can put the table in your living room or wherever.
Yeah.
So you're looking around in your room. Of course, our tiny house, I put 2 tables, and it's kind of like I'm playing here, and then I have to turn straight around, and I'm right at the table because they're taking up the entire room. But it is neat. But normally, I just play in the VR mode.
You guys want to hear a funny story about VR?
Sure.
My wife will kill me. So we're in the living room. My son's in VR. My wife doesn't know too much about video games. Well, he's trying out the mixed reality, right? And so he can see. And this was not too long after she had the enhancements. I'm sure you can see where this is going. So
I feel like I know.
No one else can see. And she goes, woo! And I go. And she thinks I'm just enjoying the view. And I'm like, and then all of a sudden he's frozen and he goes, did you know I could see that? And she turned beet red and she's like, oh my God. And she
Wow.
Oh, that was hilarious. And then I teased her a lot about that. Like every time she would be like something like that, like, hey, where's Robbie? Stop that.
Wow. Yeah. Now, we used to have, when I was in the Navy, I had a infrared camera. I always said it kind of looked like R2D2. I could lower him down. He'd be hanging upside down from the nose of the aircraft, and I could see all around. Well, on pre-flight, I'd have to test the gear. So you put it down and you do all the stuff. And if you were lucky and you were doing a middle of the night flight, so you're doing your pre-flight, it's like 2 a.m, pitch black. Every once in a while, some of those girls, if they were working the flight line, they'd see you tracking them because you'd track whoever's walking by, just make sure all the tracking's working. And you'd see them look around and you'd be like, dude, come here. They'd unzip and they'd show their boobs to the camera, figuring there's only one dude looking, but it's all black and white and the heat sensitive, so you can't see any detail, but you're like, dude, she just flashed us. It was kind of cool. Derek set me up here because he knows the answer, but he asked the question, do you play VR using your VPin table too? Why, yes, I do. Zaccaria Pinball, if you play Zaccaria Pinball, you can, I got it for half price, so it was $7.50, but for $15, it turns every table they have into VR ready. And I can plug in, play in VR, and standing at my table using the table's controls. And it takes a minute to line it up, but the VR table is in the same spot as the physical table, so you can feel the table while you're playing it.
Nice.
It's really cool. I wish Pinball FX had that, where you had all the, everything can be VR ready. But, and Polo says, boobies, yes.
Boobies.
Traumatized. Casey's wife has entered. This is a dangerous chat for wives to enter.
Yeah.
Everyone tends to.
My
Go
mom
ahead.
and wife are probably busy with Mike, so they can't watch.
They tend to leave Kelly alone in the chat because they all know that she's the right height
in
to
here.
speed bag your. She can speed back your sack, and it's not a fun thing. Oh, she's downstairs making dinner. What's for dinner?
Lasagna, salad, some kind of
Oops.
bread, I'm assuming.
It's not breasts.
Not breasts and milk.
That's dessert. That's dessert.
Nice.
Perfect.
So, you're gonna be going to eat here shortly, then, are you?
Oh, I got a while still.
Yeah. Cool. What else we want to talk about? Anything exciting that? Did you have anything in mind you wanted to talk about, Casey, or were you just coming to hang out?
I was just coming to hang out, finally be on. I try to watch every time I can, but it's not the weekends and never know what's going on. But I always catch up. Well, when I'm not training at work, I've been training for 3 weeks and I can't watch. I mean, I can, but I don't. I'm training someone. I stay off my phone. So, and as soon as this guy's done, the next guy, 3 more weeks, and then I'll be back to normal. I've just been queuing everything up and watch later. The only time I can watch right now is when I work the weekends because I don't train on the weekends.
Nice. Hey, Joker's here.
Hey, Joker.
Has anyone got a Sprint, the upgraded one that just came back in stock?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd have.
Yep.
I just have the original one. I wonder.
I'll show one tomorrow. I've got another
I
one.
haven't even done the update, and Bart sent me stuff for the sprint back in January, February, and this month, and I just haven't had to.
It's
I think
easy.
the only thing I turned it on for was to play River Raid in the challenge so far. Just haven't had time, and now they're adding Saturdays to us, they said, for quite a while. So Sunday will be my only day, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to play all in that day. Plus, we have our show Sunday evening, so that's going to make it tough.
They can't do mandatory overtime for us. We're contracted to cover what needs to be done even on the weekends, but they can't force us. We always do it because we're all greedy bastards.
Yeah, well, they'll schedule us, and that's the end of it. If you don't show up, then you have to call off. We don't have personal days or sick days, so yeah.
Once we sign up, that's true for us, but we can take it on or off all the way till Friday at 3 when we leave. If you're not on there, you can't work. If you're on there, you have to work, but it's all optional.
No. Yeah.
But we have 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, plus call-ins available to us. We've had that for about 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Before that, once a month.
Wow. Yeah, I did want to. I think you asked me about it in your chat on your show the other day when we were talking about the. What hack was it? I said I put it on the lower side button in the 5 to go to the reset. And you asked, I said I use the Sprint Game Manager to do them, and you said, well, what about in the folders? If you just point the Sprint Game Manager to the root of your thumb drive, it will find all the different folders, and you can open them in the Sprint Game Manager and see all the individual games in each folder. And I only put that keyboard hack on the root, and I pointed because I'm in the root in the Sprint Game Manager, it found all of the games, and then I said replace that line. But I only have one copy of it, and that's in the root. Same with the color palette changes that I did for horse racing and a couple other games. I just put them on the root and then tell the Sprint Game Manager to make the keyboard or to make the JSON point to the root, and it finds it.
I've only tried it in I go in one folder at a time because I have a bunch of games in different folders. I've never tried to do it from the root and try that because I've been wanting to do it all on my own. Like no help. I've used it and I've talked about it and I've had Steve on, but like I have one and I have other people's builds. I put like I have like 20 of these now, and then I'll put like labels, like the uploader, the white ball, the Mike's build from I'll put Mike's build, not Gala, but the one from the Facebook group, and I'll have different versions of the builds. I'll have one that's like my own, where I've done all the artwork manually, all the edits, got the games to save, like everything's my own. It takes forever.
Yeah. I kind of do a half and half thing where I'll do the searches and try to find, tips. One of the things that it took me a minute to figure out how to do was to have the keyboard hack for the reset and the run and gun hack, because I thought at first you could have two different keyboard hack lines, and I was like, I don't know how that. And then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna.
It does work sometimes, but not always.
I just opened up the keyboard or the running gun, and then I opened up the hack for the reset, and I copied and pasted that into the other and called it combo, and it worked. So all of my running gun games that still worked in the running gun mode and the reset with the buttons worked.
And the button in 5 is standard now in the new update.
Is it?
You don't have to do the keyboard hack anymore, which I knew that was coming because I'm the first guy that gets that. Something new comes out, I'm the one that's testing it first. But I had not wanting to wait. Like when I'm streaming, I want to reset, and I can put a keyboard in, and you can do it already. But I started doing all the games like before I was going to stream. Like say I was playing all of Opcode games like recently, I would go in and do that real quick for the Opcode games, and then that way I could reset and not go all the way out. So I have a lot of games with it already in there, but I didn't want to do it on friggin' hundreds and hundreds of games one at a time. Or even, I think you can do it with the bulk now, right? With the Sprint Game Manager. So I've just been waiting, knowing that it's coming.
Nice. Yeah, I just told it to, I took the line out of one of the JSON files, and then I told the game manager, anything that doesn't have a keyboard hack line, replace it with this line. And it found my entire drive. Did 100 and I don't even know how many, 180 something games with one click. And then
Steve did such an amazing job with that. It's unreal how good that is. Yeah,
it's an amazing program. And then have you used that other one that you can make there's that. But no, I was talking about to make overlays.
Oh, I have it. I've bookmarked it, and that's a really cool thing. I haven't messed around with that yet, but I have it. I plan to.
Yeah, I used it to make overlays for that whale hunter thing, and because that didn't come with anything, and I couldn't find anything online, so I just took the part of the box art and put it as the background, and then you could label all the buttons, and it's like, well, that's fine right there. But
just for overlays, it's just as good as like the Sprint Game Manager is for everything else.
Yeah, so
like it's really nice. But the run and gun. Speaking of that, the run and gun is awesome on those games that you want it for. I mean, it's only like 5 or 6 games, including homebrews. But when the biggest one I think is Tron Deadly Discs. To be able to just run around and zigzag around and shoot every which direction and never pause or hesitate. Oh man, that is awesome. But it's so weird because at the same time, you're like, you have 40 something years of muscle memory and suddenly it's different.
Yeah.
But I do like it.
Yeah. I found myself still, I'll catch myself releasing the disc while I'm like, no, just keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
you know what I never thought of? Baseball. Because it wouldn't work for 2-player games, but if you're playing by yourself, it still has that pause thing. So I'm wondering, I should try that on baseball and see what it does.
Huh. Yeah.
You won't. Sometimes whenever you're running and throwing, it like stutters or pauses, and it's like same thing. You're trained to let go. But I was just thinking, obviously you couldn't do it if you're playing 2 players, but I could have a version just to try it, and if it works, I'll have like a 1-player version of baseball, and then have another one in case my son plays.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, That's one game for sure. I have lost my muscle memory, having not played it in 30 years, probably. Well, not that long. It's probably been 20 when that kid I coached in Little League told me he had a baseball game he knew he could kick my ass at. And so I went over to his house and I found out it was Intellivision baseball. So I'm like, well, let's just play some here. And he rage quit at the end of the first inning when it was 9-1 and I was still batting. He's so, coach. I'm like, do you want to play next game?
I usually have a setup every year at PRGE, and I didn't do it last year because most of the guys won't even play. I think Mike the year before says, all right, I'll let you kick my butt once just so you can get satisfaction.
Yeah.
He sat down and played, but once they saw me beat the first few guys like 30, 40 to nothing or 1 or 2, they all kind of lost the wind in their sail. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure it would be the same if I played you now because, man, it was amazing. The first time I fired it up, I'm like, yeah, let me get back in. And like, geez, it's like I never played before. It's like, holy cow. But, man, I used to love that game, though.
Oh, I still like playing it. And the new version, David Harley, man, the home run baseball, you can turn it on the fast mode. It's realistic. You can play a computer that I can't even beat it every time. I'm not used to, like, the original baseball, no balls left the ground. There's so many changes, but I'm not near as good at those newer versions, but I don't even win all the time on the new versions on the hardest level, which I love that because it's nice to strive for something and not just be able to beat the computer every time.
Yeah. Well,
they almost never miss a fly ball. I mean, it's on the hard levels, it's like everything you hit, bam, they catch it.
Yeah. I have yet to beat the hardest level. That's how far above me you are, because you can beat it sometimes. I can't. It's like, now the second hardest level, I can have pretty good games with it. But that hardest level, I lose every time. I'm like, dang it. Because like you said, I'm thinking, I got they caught it. Oh, here's it. Oh, they caught it. Dang it. It's like,
and I'm not the best at, catching everything like I am when they're on the ground, because it's just how I played forever. But the computer, man, they'll catch every damn thing.
Yeah.
It has to be uncatchable for them to not get it.
Yeah. You'll find yourself just kind of trying to cut the ball off, figuring you'll get it, but no, it goes over you, and you're like, oh no, now I'm out of position. Yeah. So, but it is still a fun game, and I like that we can now play one player.
And all the options that he has in there, it's just he did a really good job with that game.
It was tough as a kid when I had my Intellivision. I could get the guys over and we could play other games, but the sports games, not a lot of my friends didn't want to come over and play more than once or twice, except for hockey. We always had fun with hockey because you just go around trying to flip each other.
I didn't have hockey, but I had football, baseball. We played a lot. All the Atari kids loved playing the sports games at my house just because, it looked so much better.
Right.
But, we didn't have that. I've talked about it before. No one ever said, oh, Atari's better and Intellivision's better. We just knew certain games on each system were better than the other one, and we just played them. And sometimes it was Atari, sometimes it was Intellivision, and we just played whatever we wanted to play at the time and had fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there was like no rivalry until like Sega and Nintendo that I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. And for us, it was whoever's house you happen to be in when you decide, let's play some video games. If you're at someone's house, they have an Atari, and you're all like, hey, let's play some video games. You played it.
We did. Wherever house we ended up with, all the bikes would be outside in the lawn, and we'd be at whatever they had. We had one neighbor with an Odyssey 2. I had Intellivision. Literally everyone else, 2600.
Yeah. Oh, Jabba's going to head out. 1 a.m. there
1
for him. So
5:49 p.m.
Thanks for stopping in, Jabba.
And thanks for suggesting the at-game pinball micro.
Right.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
They should be giving him one for free now because either directly or indirectly, he sold like 7 units.
I was just laughing the same thing Megan said this whole time. I just read your mom's special friend.
You know, I put that on there for last week's show, and I never go in to change my background. Like I had the same New Year's fireworks background forever. So this afternoon, I went in and changed the background to Resident Evil Requiem, and I took that out. Your mom's special friend. I took that out, and then whenever we went live, it was still there. So I must have did something wrong.
I didn't even notice it until you turned the camera off, and then that made me look down there for some reason.
Yeah, people tend to pay more attention to Poe's window when he's not in it.
Yeah,
that's just the way it works.
That time of the show where I have to actually plug my phone back in and charge it up again.
Right. Pierre, yes, it'll be under G Parker. And the best thing to do in Pinball FX, if you're looking for a Pinball FX tournament, because they changed the code system, and if you want the code to log in, it's like capital W LV269483 WT whatever. It's 15 digits. Go into your main screen of tables. Go to the Goat Simulator table, because that's this week's tournament, and make it a favorite. When you favorite a table, then you can go into the tournaments and then tell it to sort by your favorites. And if that's the only table you have favorited, it'll only show you the tournaments that are that table. And then you can just easily find the one that's G Parker. And his password is always G Parker, all lowercase, all one word, GPARKER. And it will be going until Wednesday afternoon. Somewhere around 4 o'clock Central is when it ends on Wednesday afternoon. But yeah, favorite the table, and then you can find it much easier than trying to scroll through or try to do searches. Because especially a game like Goat Simulator, there's probably only 1 or 2 tournaments on there. So it'll be the one that's G Parker. So that's my tip for the day. How to find Pinball FX tournaments. But so how's your Resident Evil trek going, Poe? Are you still playing it, or is it on hold, or just kind of?
I played it today, but I didn't even do a 50-minute run like I did the first 2 videos. Today was only about 25 minutes, and I still need to edit and get that uploaded. So it's going to take forever for me to beat this game.
Yeah, it looks amazing though. It's a really cool game.
Yes, I'm trying not to look ahead at other people's gameplay. I want to see all this stuff and get the crap scared out of me. But I figured I made it with those 2 weeks of 50 minutes each. There's a YouTuber that's been around forever. He gets all the games sent to him early, and the best versions of the games. The Rad Brad. So I thought I'll watch his first part. And his first part already covered like everything I did in 3 episodes. You know, oh, yeah, it's going to take forever.
Now, aren't they remaking the first one? I heard.
I think so, and you know they had back in the day they did a remake of it for the GameCube, but there are rumors that they're going to remake it the way they remade 2, 3, and 4. Another rumor I heard was that Resident Evil 5 remake would be out next year, but then somebody else said no, Code Veronica will be the next remake, so I don't know what the truth is there.
I still remember the very first game when that dog jumped through the window and I jumped.
They got these characters that are just so freaking huge now. They're just like take up your whole screen and then some, and then when they jump out, you're just like, holy crap, I don't know. 52, should I be playing this game anymore? I don't know.
Nice.
Mike.
Yeah, they remade one on the GameCube. I think that was the last time they remade it, so that's 20-some years ago.
Wow.
If it's a game that I played in, like say Tomb Raider, and then I haven't played them for like a long time, and then they make some modern version, that always interests me big time to play like one of the first version of the game, but in modern graphics and consoles. That always makes me buy it. Like if they
what
redo
gets me
the
is
sixth one, I'm like, but the first one, I'm like, I gotta try that.
Once I get them and start playing them, you need to stick to it. Like I was playing Indiana Jones like crazy, and then I ran into a known glitch that they didn't patch, And my son came home on leave at the same time. So it's like, I'd like to go back into it, but it's been almost a year. I won't remember any of the controls or how to pull out this or that. It's going to take me a while to get back into it.
That happens to me a lot. Like, I've only played 2 Zelda games. The original one on NES, and I've beat that. And I just don't play RPGs. They're too time-consuming for me. But, what's it? I forget which one it is. It's top-down like the old one. It's where you can... you make all kinds of Stir of Echoes, or what is it? The Zelda one, it's fairly new, the last few years. I'm like 85% through the game, and then life happens, and by the time I go back, I won't even know what the heck's been going on.
Yeah, I think Tears of the Kingdom, I think...
it's Song of Echoes.
Stir of Echoes, wasn't that a movie with Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, not that one. It's Song of Echoes. As soon as I said that, I'm like, wait, that's...
While you're thinking, I want to say hi to Gideon here. He's a bit late. Totally isn't almost 2 a.m. He's from the Netherlands, Gideon. He's a good guy. Echoes of Wisdom?
Yes, that's the one. And that's the first Zelda game since the mid-'80s that I've actually played and went almost all the way through it. I have to be somewhere 85% or more.
Yeah, I've only ever played the original Zelda. I've never played any of the other ones.
Same until this.
Just got a Sears Super Arcade off of eBay with some games. Can't wait to try it out and enter the world of Intellivision.
For whatever reason, the Sears consoles always seem to have a really good picture. They usually look like crap, just the console itself, but they have a great picture, and it's like the Intellivision 2, you can plug in controllers, so it's like the best of both worlds.
Oh, nice.
That's right. You were talking about earlier, like when you're kids, and some of your friends have the 2600, others had the Intellivision. Almost everybody I knew in my grade and that lived near us had a 2600. But we went to our friend's house for the first time when we actually went in instead of playing outside. He had the Sears version, him and his brother. And I didn't know what that was. I'm like, wait, this looks like an Atari. And the cartridges are the same. I'm like, how is an Atari suing these assholes for totally ripping them off? Like, I didn't know they had a deal back in the day.
The video arcade and the super video arcade. I had a few because we shopped at Sears a lot. It was close by. It was in the mall, and I had several of the Sears games. I had the regular games from Mattel. I just figured it was like the store version, which is what it was. Right. I don't even remember ever thinking about it as a kid. What every kid does. You're in that store. Can I get a new game? Most of the time it was no. Stop asking. But every once in a while we got one.
Yeah. See, I didn't get to play much Atari because the only person I knew, well, people, I guess, because they were 3 brothers. They had a Atari 2600. They live right next door to me. But beside the fact that was back in the day when it was usually get outside, go play outside, don't be in the house all the time.
Yeah.
Their mom is kind of a nudist, and she liked to walk around the house naked. So then none of the friends were allowed over. And we're like, why not? She's kind of hot. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I always had respect for her because even though we never got to see her naked, one time me and Brian, the neighbor kid, we found his dad's stash of Playboys in their walk-in closet. So we're sitting in the closet with flashlights, and her mom just opened the door and she's like, put the magazines away and go outside. So that's all she said. She didn't narc me out to my mom, who would have flipped out if she knew I saw boobies at like 10 years old, or whatever we were. But yeah, she was cool.
Nowadays it's easy for kids. They have the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't have a garage. A lot of people didn't have garages back then. But on the other side of their carport, they had a little storage building. And one time I went over and we'd go in that gate to the back door and knock on the door, see if one of the boys could come out and play. Well, she was naked and she went out to the storage shed, and I didn't know that. So I come in and I'm knocking on the door, and all of a sudden I hear her call me from behind. She's like, you need to go outside for a minute out into the front yard and go knock on the front door. I figured out, oh, she's naked, but had I got there at just the right time, I would have seen her walking across. But yeah, she last time I went over to my old house in Phoenix, she still lives there, and she's divorced.
Mike wants to look her up.
Yeah, she had divorced the father of the family, but she must have got the house. And I drove by, and I was probably close to 40 years old, 35 years old by that time. We moved away from there when I was in 6th grade. And I stopped by in the car, and I'm like, Sally? And she looked at me, she goes, no, you're not Bart. And I'm like, I am. But I hadn't seen her since 6th grade, and here I am in my mid-30s. And she was still cute. Mike would have done her, I'm sure.
Mike doesn't have many standards.
Yeah. Hey, Tofu's here. Hey, Tofu, how's it going? I missed this one. This is his. Hello, chat. Hello, Poe's mom. I like that. Of all the things that could spread from our show, it's the moms. It's everyone showing love to everyone's moms. Yeah. I still remember that first time I went in Creeper's show. It was like after our first or second show that we were doing this hanging out. And I jumped into Creep's show, and he said, hey, Offgrid Arcade's here. He does a show with Mr. Poestyle on Sunday night. They talk about people's moms a lot. And then he just moved on. I'm like, well, there you go. He's not wrong. But
Right.
yeah, but anyway, the moral of the story, it is that I didn't get a lot of opportunity to play Atari as a kid, because they are the only people I knew that had an Atari 2600. And yeah, they were just kind of go out and play, and
Yeah, I
so-
grew up in that same time frame. It's like we played a lot outside. They didn't have to tell us. We just were. But
Yeah.
then whenever we were taking a break, got tired, or if it was bad weather, we were inside playing games. But we did a lot of stuff outside too.
yeah. Well,
I mean, we roamed the whole
grew up in-
neighborhood, and our parents
Yeah.
have no clue how far we.
Yeah, I grew up in Phoenix. There wasn't a whole lot of bad weather days. So
Really hot ones.
yeah. Well, I didn't know how hot Phoenix was until I visited in the summertime as an adult. Because when we lived there, we had a pool in the backyard. So all summer long, I'm like,
Hot
what are you
water.
talking about? It's hot. I'm just spending all day in the pool. But we did have those fun games when you grow up in Phoenix. You make up fun games like, let's go. We just got out of the pool, so you're still running around in your swim trunks, and that's it. And then we go to the front yards, and the grass would even be hot, so you're running to the shade so your feet don't get hot. And then we would see who could run the most squares on the sidewalk before they had to get off because their feet were on fire.
Every time I've been to Phoenix, they didn't have grass. They had to have like cactus and what do you call that? Low water landscape.
Yeah, we had a full grass yard, and all the neighbors thought my dad was nuts for the amount of water he would have to do. He said, I got kids. We have 3 boys. I want them to have a place to play.
The other thing I remember about there are all the scorpions.
Yeah, there's
Always
scorpions
check
down.
your shoes. Don't leave them down on the ground.
Yeah, check your wrong scorpions. But
Oh,
yeah,
I don't have the echo now that I unplugged everything else here. I would have done that.
yeah. But yeah, we spent a lot of time in the swimming pool, and we used to run. We'd run and jump over everyone has them 6-foot block walls, and we'd run and climb over the fence and run through the neighbor's yard and jump in their pool and out, and then jump over the fence into the next yard until we'd run into the one that has the Dobermans, and then we're like, oh shoot, we got to stop this game. This is no fun. But I was the same way. Go ahead.
I don't think there was a scarier dog when I was young than the Dobermans.
Yeah, they had a reputation too. But I was the same way when my kids were growing up. I had a grass lawn, and we were in our section of town where we lived. They didn't have a public park, and for about 3 years, my yard was the only grass in a half-mile radius. So all the kids would come to our house to play in the yard. And I still remember one day I was setting up a badminton net or whatever so they could play badminton or volleyball, whatever they wanted to do in the yard. And the UPS guy stopped to drop me off a package. And he goes, man, you got a nice yard. Why do you let your kids play in the yard like that? They're just going to, I'm like, do you think I have the yard just because I enjoy mowing? What?
Right.
and spending $1,000 a month on water? I mean, it's Arizona. It's tough to keep a grass green. I'm like, That's why it's here. It's here for the kids to play. That's yeah. And but yeah, he was like, it's unheard of. Why would you let kids play in the grass? Like, what else am I supposed to do? But he should have known because he has to park further out in the street because our cars were parked on the side of the road because I built a skate park in our driveway. We had quarter pipes, rails, all that stuff for the kids to skateboard. And so my kids, when they were little, Jason was tiny when I built that skate park, and the quarter pipe was only 4 feet wide, so I could move it, get a couple of guys, we could pick it up. So I put it in the grass so they'd learn how to do the drop-in thing on the quarter pipe. And then when the city built a skate park, they had these big old bowls and stuff, 8-foot drop-ins. And little Jason, he's like 7 years old, and all these high school kids are like trying to get the balls to drop in. Jason just drops his board and goes down. They're like, what the this 7-year-old just dropped in. But they always said, man, it sucks learning how to do it because it's cool. It's in the grass. When they wipe out, they would get hurt. But when they got better, they'd land it, but then they'd run into the grass and the skateboard would stop and they'd still eat it. Yeah, so our driveway was a skate park. Our front yard was grass so we had trampolines and all that stuff. And then I had the game room upstairs. And the kids would come over, had pinball machines and arcade games and all that stuff. And yeah, they just come over. Our house was the hangout house. I said, yeah, because my kids have a dad that never grew up. That's why.
A lot of those kids have good core memories of going over to your house with all that.
Yeah. I had to tell the one boy I was going to start charging money for the pinball machine because he came over. And none of the kids would knock. I told them, if you knock on the door, you're going to be out there all day. Just come on in the house. If I don't want you in, I'll lock the door. So he comes walking in the house. He says, is Jason here? I'm like, yeah, he's in his room. He went downstairs to my movie theater. He grabbed a soda out of the fridge and a full-size candy bar. Then he went upstairs. He played pinball for half an hour, and then he left. He never even went in Jason's room. So the next time he came over, I'm like, hey, Mike, if you're going to come play with Jason, you at least need to go talk with him, or I'm going to make those pinball machines cost money. He's like, you can do that? I'm like, I can, and I will. But, yeah, he'd come over and never even say hi to the kids, just play on the games. But, yeah. Yeah. And then I sold that house, and the people that bought it covered it all with landscape plastic and put landscape rock. It's like, man, I got like $1,000 in that sprinkler system that you just buried.
We're gonna do, because I live out in the country with a big area, and we're gonna have a big yard in back. We're gonna have a little side yard, but the whole front and everywhere else, it's gonna be that. I forget what you call it, dryscape, or there's something where almost no water usage, but it still looks like something nice. And so, because out here the water bill, it's all electric. And it's all from the well. So you have a lot of yard. My bill would be like probably close to double with the heat and being able to having to water like an acre and a half. No way.
Yeah.
But I want to, like you, I want to have a yard where the kids can do stuff. We can have those big water slides that you rent, at different times, and you go out and do stuff. And you got to have grass.
Yeah. Got first in an IFPA tournament today. Nice. Nice. What's Mike saying? Phil's mom has the same rule. If I don't at least talk to her, she charges me money. I still get the Coke candy bar, though. should look up efficient ways to water plants and grass. Fill up terracotta pots that are sunk into the ground. It leaches water into the soil and avoids evaporation and encourages roots to grow.
Your mom encourages roots to grow. Huh?
Yeah, we struggle here being in the Texas desert trying to get plants to grow, and we finally had that one tree took off great, and a plum tree, it grew a lot bigger than the first year. It came back the second year, everything's like, and then we got those stray dogs and they stripped all the bark off of it and it died. Like, dang it. And then our next best thing that happened was we finally figured out what happened, but all of a sudden, right in front of the house, underneath where our air conditioner unit is, tomato plants started growing. And we're like, what's going on here? And it turns out I had tried to plant in one of those little seed things where you got all the little cups. I tried to plant some tomatoes and they never did anything. I was watering them. Nothing happened. So Kelly took them out and she just dumped them out there. And she forgot she had dumped them there. And I guess because the condensation from the air conditioner was keeping the ground moist there, and they all sprouted. And
Oh wow!
we got
Couldn't get going when you're trying, but then just the right spot on their own.
Yeah, just so I'm going to build a little garden bed there, and probably nothing will ever grow there again.
We had kind of the same thing. My parents always have a huge garden, and every year they grow pumpkins, and then all the grandkids can come and pick one, make a jack-o'-lantern and stuff. And the one year we took them out after they were rotted up and threw them in our garden. And the next summer we had pumpkin vines growing everywhere across the yard. So just from throwing the old ones down.
Yeah, sometimes those accidental plants just grow better than what you're trying for. But yeah, we do have a couple of trees, and they survive through the winter. They're still in pots because I'm always nervous to dig the hole to plant them in the ground, and then they die, and then I get mad that I dug the hole. But so I need to actually plant these ones. But yeah, and I have to put a fence around them so the dogs. I don't know. They're not puppies now, so they might not do that. But they were brand new pups when I got them. But yeah, I don't know if you know that story, Casey. Hottest part of the summer, it was 110 degrees every day for a couple weeks. Probably 6 or 7 months old dogs, someone just dropped them off in the desert and drove away.
Oh, wow.
And they found our house, and, we're animal lovers, so we're putting out water and started feeding them. It's like, well, now they're never going to leave.
Nope.
And the area we're in, there are free-range cattle and free-range horses. And it's like, if you have dogs that are out there around the cattle, the ranchers are just going to shoot them. That they're going to protect their investment. And so I told Kelly, I said, we either need to take these dogs into the yard and adopt them proper, or we're going to have to take them to a shelter or something somewhere because they're going to get killed out here. So now we have them, and the darker one is kind of gray and black, and he looked kind of smoky colored. So we named him Smokey. And then Shelby said, well, then the other one must be the Bandit.
Yeah, so Smokey. I was thinking that Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. And they turned out they're great dogs. And I still would love to find the person that dropped them off and just poke them in the eye and be like, what is wrong with you? But
we get that a lot out here, being the country. People don't want an animal. They just take it out to the country and drop it off.
Just drop it off.
We have one cat inside, and then we have 2 that just are always here, and probably like another 3 that come and eat food. And then you've got all the opossums, and we've got raccoons. They all eat the food. We buy a lot of cat food.
Yeah, we had a cat a couple years ago, last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. And me and the 2 closest neighbors, the one is a quarter mile, the other is a half mile, it would stay at our house for like a week, and then we wouldn't see it for 2 weeks, because then it'd go over to Shane's house for a week, then it'd go over to Greg's house for a week, and then all of a sudden one day it vanished. And we're thinking coyotes might have got it, because we do have a lot of coyotes around here. And then now there's another cat that's been hanging out, and Shelby's trying to get to where she can pet it, but it's still freaking out. It's still pretty feral.
It takes a while when they're feral.
Yeah. Phil's mom is Casper. Bubble, it's getting better. Kaos had a cat named Bandit. Nice.
I call her Bumble. She bounces.
Bumbles bounce. But well, we're past 8, past 6 your time, Casey. It must be getting close to your dinner time.
I smell it.
Getting close to post bedtime. We'll know it's post bedtime when he gets a text from his wife, and she's saying, "Where are you at?"
I definitely I can't do a 3-hour run like we did last week. I think it was
right. Yeah, 3 hours and 3 minutes. I think it ended up being. So, Casey, you got your new Intellivision with the new controllers and all that. You're going to be showing that off.
Yeah, I've had these. These are the new controllers. Some of us got these first as a thank you, and then all the new consoles have the same controller. These were just the first ones, but they're all the same redesign. They have extra support top and bottom, and I think that was it as far as like I think the sensitivity was increased a little bit, but that's not hardware. I think that was it on the controllers. They work a lot better. Now, I had both, like on the original stuff, because I had the console they sent, and then I bought 2 from Atari right away. One I kept sealed. The one I got from Ben, no issues ever with the controller. The one I got from Atari, and I never used it for quite a while, and then all these people were saying, not all, but there was a good number of people that were saying, I have problems with up and down. I'm like, that's weird. Mine's fine. And they said they were all made from the same. It wasn't like there was different factories or anything. And then I opened up an Atari one, stuck it in the living room. I'm like, oh, I'm not playing with these. And so then I knew it's weird. It's just random. Some of them were just, up and down don't work as well as they should. But the new ones, they're fine.
Yeah. Now I did the thing where you open it up and back off those screws a little bit.
Yeah, that people said that helped too.
Yeah. And for mine, the player one side, I never had any issues, but the player 2 side would act up every once in a while. It seemed like it was trying to go up. It would get bad. But then when I opened that one up and saw how easy it was to open it up and back those screws off a little bit, I went ahead and did it on the player 1 side also, just in case. But
can't hurt.
I think I'm pretty much one of the lucky ones that mine are working really good. Or maybe it's the other way. Some people were just unlucky, because I think more people had good luck than had bad luck, but I don't know.
Yeah, the ones that had bad luck just make more noise. No one logs in and says, hey, my controller works like it should.
Right. Yeah.
Who's asking? I saw someone asking, was it tofu?
Tofu, where they
there's
changed
not
it
a
all.
whole lot. It does come with I think it's 1.1 update standard, and then instead of having that like white foam piece, it has like a clear cover that can also be used as a dust cover. The controllers were changed, and I want to say that's it as far as like there was software stuff changed, but I think that was it as far as like hardware goes, but I could be missing something.
Yeah. That for me, that sprint was just the perfect. I know a lot of people in the beginning were there's no cart slot and what a waste, and I'm like, I'm loving
I remember your first words, Bart. I think I was talking to Mike, and he said, I know something that's coming up, but I can't talk about it. And so then, of course, I think it was me and Bliss. We're just throwing in our guesses and stuff, but he wasn't answering us. And I said to you, I'm pretty sure there's something coming out Intellivision-wise. And you said, interesting. Like, we're going to get Barton back into consoles again. Here we go.
Yeah, when they announced it and it was going to be ROMs, I'm like, that's perfect for me. I don't have room for a big collection. I don't have the money to start a big collection. And it's like, that's perfect for me. And I get it. People would love to have the cart slots and all that stuff. But for me, and I said from the beginning, if it had been cartridge slot only, I wouldn't have bought one because I don't have anything to play on it.
Mike said your mother was a slot.
Yeah. I love slots.
When are you accumulating the ideas for the sprint? Because are you wanting to put together ideas?
I'm gonna do.
Next update?
Ben wants to do another update. He wants like reasonable, realistic things, and I said I would do like I was gonna do it sooner, but I'm like, no one even has the 1.2 yet. I need to wait a few weeks and at least let it get in people's hands, and they get okay. This is baseline now, and then I want to do a live stream, and I'll grab ideas because there's a Atari Age thread. I'll grab ideas off there, and then have like a chat, like a discussion, and we'll go through and okay, what would be cool to still have, and then we'll see what else they can get done.
Yeah, ask him for reasonable ideas. If he can get it to play our Amico physical media.
That would be awesome.
I mean, they're just sitting here.
Yeah. Mike noticed the wind has picked up here again. Or it's a bear, or it's Phil's mom. One of the two.
Trying to get into his pants.
It got so windy here, I got scared when I heard a train going by. I'm like, is that a train or is that a tornado? But then I heard the horn, so I think we're good. We're okay.
Yeah. Tornadoes don't generally have the horn. But
Can you monetize mama jokes?
yeah. Every once in a while, we'll be in just the right position and the wind is just right or whatever, where we can hear the trains go by here. And sometimes it startles me because it's just kind of the low rumble because we're about 3 miles from the tracks. And then when Blue Origin does engine tests, we'll be sitting there and all of a sudden we'll hear a rumble and I'll look out and you can see the smoke cloud. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Mike, if you could monetize Mama's jokes, Mike's Gaming Gala would retire tomorrow. He's got songs and everything.
Right.
Funny story on the mama stuff. My nephews, who are now 24 and 26, but when they grew up, they always, kids back, they were always into your mama this and that. And the funniest thing, it's my sister, and they would tell them to each other. And so I would egg it on. And my sister would be like, come on, you guys, he's just doing that. So you.
My boy would do that to my daughter all the time. Your mom, she's like, we got the same mom. And my wife would just be sitting there like.
I would always egg my nephews on first thing, like we kind of be like, hey, you guys got any your mama jokes, new jokes, and they'd start going, and my sister would be like, oh god.
Nice.
I would tell my kids, I did your mom at least twice, unless it was the Paperboy or something.
No, man.
Yeah, that's the scary part with that one. She might turn around and say, "You think?" Oh, yeah, and it burns. That was. Oh, that's funny. Well, should we wrap this up? We're getting kind of long here.
I got yelled at, or not yelled at. I got told it's dinner time.
It's dinner time,
which means they probably already all ate, and because she doesn't tell me right away usually. When she
and
tells me,
you have to sit in the dark dining room by yourself. They're going to turn out the lights.
All right, so check out Casey's show tomorrow night. It is at what? How do you advertise it? 4:00 your time.
5 o'clock Pacific, 8 Eastern.
Pacific. Yeah, 8
I got
Eastern.
a pile of stuff here to show.
He's
nice.
He's got a lot of
bigger
stuff
this week.
Every week I say, okay, I'm going out to watch Casey's show. I'm only watching until 9 o'clock, and then I'm going to bed this time, damn it. And next thing you know, it's like 10:30, and I'm just sitting in there. Why? Why did I do this to myself? Great show.
I've been trying to cut it down. I mean, I've been well over 4 hours a few times, 3 hours and something, 3.5, a lot. But here lately, I've been trying 2 to 2.5. It usually goes 2.5. I've been trying.
Yeah.
Because my family likes to see me too. When I come down there and the kids are laying in bed waiting for me to say goodnight, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the difference. My family doesn't want to see me, so I try to just stay out here. But then I'm tired of work the next day. So.
Right. Yeah, so anyone that I don't know that there's anyone here that doesn't know Casey, because most of the people here are regulars. But if you don't, check out Casey's channel.
If you
there's
like
a link.
television.
if you like Intellivision stuff and you like what you've seen them here and talking, and there is a link in the description below in these live streams and in all of my videos. Casey's in my, as well as pretty much everyone else that's in the chat over there. Mike's Gaming Gala. His show is on Tuesday night, so check that out. That's also 8 o'clock Eastern time with Phil, Retro Bliss Gaming on the Retro Bliss Rewind. Good stuff, and you'll almost always see Casey in the chat there. If he's not there, there's something up because he's always there. Poe, you got anything else? You got anything else going on, Poe? Or
yeah. Let's see. Make sure you get in on the new River Raid Challenge. You have a couple weeks. I think Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
Whenever I won that one. And also this week, tomorrow is my son's birthday, so then that makes me realize that Bart's birthday is this week too. Send him all kind of stuff. Send him games, and then my daughter's birthday. So Bart's like right in between those two, so easy to remember for me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older than them though.
A little tiny bit.
Tiny bit. I'll be 57 later this week. Yeah. Somehow I feel like I'm catching Phil and G. Parker, but I don't know how that's possible, but it feels that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got 3 days in a row. Here today, my show tomorrow, and Tuesday I'll be on Phil and Mike's show.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so
Yeah,
check
it was
it out.
funny.
Happy about that.
I saw Bliss's and Mike's chat about what they wanted to do, and I gave an answer that on purpose that totally pissed Mike off, and he's like, "You're not invited." We'll have Casey on.
Nice. Oh, they're just having you on, Casey, because they're jealous because you're here. Those guys, they're always just trying to keep up with us.
I did say that. So they said, Mike said, let's have Casey on. And I wrote, Casey, that whore. He's going to be on our show.
Tracy? You mean Tracy?
Tracy. Nice. All right. So make sure you check out the stuff. I think most of you guys, like I said, most of the people in the chat already know and will see everybody in everyone else's chat. Casey, thanks for being on. It's great. I was on your channel on that one show, but we didn't get a lot of time to chit chat because we were playing that game, which was fun. So, yeah. But if you're interested in Intellivision, Casey's the man. Monday nights, it is the place to be, and it's got a good chat, a lot of good people in there. So, Casey, thanks again. Our outro is 3 minutes. If you got to get going, I understand. If you're still here when we get done, we'll chat a couple minutes before.
Yeah, we usually just go shirtless with a cigar and brandy in the green room at the end. So if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah. No, that was me and G. Parker on StreamYard, and he said, "Hey, you want to jump on StreamYard and we'll talk for a few minutes?" So we go on there and we're talking about like doctor's appointment and oh yeah, I had to get the prostate exam and all that. And then next thing you know, someone started talking in the chat. I'm like, Greg, are we live? And he's like, oh shoot, I did. He clicked the live button and didn't even know it. We're just talking.
Yeah, the week that Bliss stayed live was hilarious. And me and Casey were in the chat on that one. That was great. But my favorite was whenever Bliss wasn't going to be on his own show, he popped into the green room and Mike threw him up on screen, and there's Bliss and his wife beater right there. I love that. I screenshotted it immediately in case they tried to get rid of it later. So.
No, I like whenever they stayed live and I see Mike, he's out. No, I wasn't going to say this when we were live. I'm like, oh no, Mike, I'm trying to like, you're still alive.
You're still alive.
First thing I heard him say, I'm like, oh, this might be bad.
Hey, late entries here. Cyrus is here. Super Mega Graphics
Cyrus.
64. And it looks like Art Big Fall's here.
Art Big Fall.
Oh, I
Mom's
love
died.
Down.
So all right, I'm gonna click go on everyone's favorite part of our show, the outro. And thanks for being here, and we'll see you all next week hanging out. So
I'll be a year older by the time it's done.
That's right. Here we go. I think. Did I click it? Go.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. We hope to see you next week.
Hanging out with the baddest around. Flippers are flapping, the high scores in sight. Talking old consoles, day in and day out, through the night. Every button pressed, every cartridge blown clean. Reliving the glory on a glowing screen. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories, you know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme, the baddest around. No cheat codes needed, just passion and fun. For every true gamer till the podcast is done.